An Evening at the Movies is a proud member of the I Did Not Make These Rankings podcast network. Other shows in the network include Mass Debaters, The Sip List, Crushgasm, Love is Black, Men Are the Prize, Crime Rewind, and Literature Reapers. You can find out all about our shows and more at idnmtrpodcastnetwork.com. Happy listening. You are now entering the world of a movie review. A world full of drama, joy, ridicule, movie spoilers, unpopular opinions, and adult humor for as far as the eye can see. Welcome to An Evening at the Movies.
Greetings and salutations, everybody. This is Sunday. It is movie day. It is time for An Evening at the Movies. For those of you who do not know, the podcast where we eat the stale popcorn, drink the watered down sodas, talk about all our favorite movies and why we love them. And joining us for a short time, but not for a long time, everybody's favorite co-host. Say hi, co-host.
Hi, co-host. I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
You're here for
my life motto.
You still ain't done the fucking homework yet, and it's been a year.
Sorry.
No, you're not. All of us on this episode know good and hell well you are not sorry.
Facts.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do?
Well, she's sorry. She's not apologizing.
Aww.
True.
But fuck y'all.
For those of you who could not tell from the amazing laughs and the snide comments in the background, we have some very special guests with us this week because it is, well, but 2 weeks after her birthday.
It's 20 days after
we're going
birthday, actually.
Now that we're counting.
Not 3 weeks yet. Tomorrow is 3 weeks.
I
Thank you very much.
20 days.
It's more than 2, but less
Close
than
enough.
3.
Exactly. We're right in the middle.
It's a me, Mario.
We are joined once again for the first time in a very long time, probably since the last time we talked about one of these movies. I do believe. But we're not going to hold grudges. We're going to have some fun today. But welcome back. 20 days later, birthday girl. Jean herself is here. Hi, Jean.
Hey.
How's it going? Nice to see you're getting your voice back.
Yes. Yeah, I'm still a little bit manly, but it's getting better. The cough is gone and the voice mostly back, and I can breathe through my nostrils. So it's good.
I mean,
Woo!
I'm not. We all got the voice clip from a couple weeks ago when this shit first set in, and
that was good.
love you
That was actually
to death, but you sounded very fucking manly in that.
Yeah.
To quote Lone Star, space. Who knew?
only got worse. But I'm happy to be here.
And speaking of, we're happy to have you back. But speaking of other mysterious voices in the background, we are joined again by somebody who is fresh off of his turn as becoming the most listened to guest on An Evening at the Movies.
Woo,
A couple
woo.
weeks ago when we talked about Gene Hackman. He is the host of One Step Paintball. He is everybody's favorite Papa Palpatine himself. Welcome back, Papa Palpatine.
Thanks for having me. Good to be back.
Twin
Hoping to push Amanda to number 3 most watched after this episode.
Whatever.
Well,
Don't worry,
as
Amanda.
of
You'll always be number 2 in
yesterday-
our hearts.
Okay.
no. She will be number 8.
Fuck that shit.
Always and forever.
All y'all. Except Jen, because she's being quiet.
I was sorry. My mom was texting my uncles in the ER, so I had to.
Oh, no.
that text, guys. Sorry.
However, as I remember, Jen was like hanging out for part of that episode live when you ranked number 1, 8. When you ranked 1 number 8, and she too felt it was bullshit.
Yeah.
Well,
I had my own list going, and that was definitely not.
I'm not a Metallica fan. I did that for you, Chris. Just for you.
Not what these lists are for. You're supposed to be on board. Come on.
Well, I was. I listened to the songs, and
Yeah, this is like 30 seconds of it. By your own minute and a half is what I believe is what the number you gave.
She did dig in.
I gave it the good old college try, which is also what I'm doing with this traffic.
Like
Sorry,
junior college try.
Whatever. I'm a little ragey. I'm at this interchange where 35E and 35W come together in Denton, and it's like a fucking shit show. They're getting ready to do.
What I was saying is the terrible part.
Yes, but it looks like they're about to fix it. They're doing construction, so I think they're gonna make this less of a shit show.
They're just gonna make it a different shit show.
There's always construction right there.
Oh, I know.
Quit deluding yourself.
Well, this wouldn't be such a shit show if this merge didn't merge straight into an exit lane for a really busy street. Like, come on, y'all.
Yeah, not well designed.
Nothing is well designed around here. Okay, and the semi's not going to let me over, even though. Okay, well, anyway.
There's a little squirrel drinking out of our fountain right here. It's pretty adorable.
Who is?
A little squirrel.
Aww.
Thank you for tuning in for Traffic Commentary with Amanda Kohlhofer.
This has been your traffic report. Signing off from fucking Denton, Texas.
Well, no, you're not allowed to sign off yet because we haven't done birthday sip libs yet.
But I believe that's what the city seal actually says. It's the city of fucking Denton, Texas.
Jack's here too. Can you see him?
Yes.
Homie!
Piece of him.
I see a half a head.
He's
well, I can't like look over there to show him to you guys because I'm trying not to mess with my phone. So sorry.
That's what she said.
Womp womp.
All right, before we get to the movie, we're going to do traditional birthday celebratory stuff, and we're going to play some birthday sip libs. Since Amanda's driving, I have hopefully. Hold on, let me check and make sure all the blank spaces are not baby.
I got a blank space, baby, and I'll write your name.
Anybody else's yours, please?
No, there are no
loves
babies
that song,
in
don't lie.
this.
Oh, thank God!
Yeah,
Yeah,
about Star Wars
babies, finally.
Nothing about children.
No
nothing about
babies. So.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
All right, so I have a amazing sip libs picked out for us, and we are going to go first off. Part of the body for the birthday girl.
A part of the body. Let's go with anus. Ooh, anal glands.
Ugh. They're always talking about Jack's anal glands when I take him to the vet.
Anal glands.
Anal
very specific.
Glands.
Part of the body.
Well, that's what we do. Okay, same part of the body, anal glands. And type of building, co-host.
Whorehouse.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
Why we could say brothel if we want to be PC about it.
Oh no, there's.
What fucking show are you on?
Good point.
No PC about.
What people are you thinking you're with right now?
Oh yeah, good point.
Right. Plural noun, Papa Palpatine.
I'm sorry.
Plural noun.
Boobs.
Boobs. Gene, a verb.
Oh my God, this is such a shit show. Sorry.
You didn't pick word.
Yeah.
The verb would be me. Defenestrate.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not the one that usually runs this shit.
Good point.
Jean?
Sorry.
Person you know.
A person I know,
Yes.
Squatch.
Nice. You know him in the
Figured it was
biblical
either
sense,
that-
don't you?
Yeah, I do.
I figured it was either Squatch or Carter, one of the two, and the way our sip libs normally go, Carter probably should get 86.
Yeah.
Adjective is certifiably fuckable. Co-host, a silly word.
Falafel.
Also a tasty word.
Yeah.
Cool. Palpatine, a adjective, please.
Edible.
Ooh, good one.
I don't want to say moist.
But you just did.
That's the beauty of it.
I don't want to say it, but I'm going to.
I wanted y'all to
For
think it wasn't going to
me,
happen there for a second.
Just for a second.
Oh, we knew it was going to. Gene, a verb.
Did you fill your word in?
Yeah. Color, blue.
Oh, sorry. People were talking. I didn't hear you. Let's see. Verb. Fuck.
Yeah, baby.
Because that's how we roll on Mount
I
Sid.
mean, nobody's had a chance to say it yet, so.
Good point.
True. Let's see. Co-host, an adjective.
Shitty. Like this fucking traffic. Sorry.
Palpatine, a sound.
Flatulence.
Ew.
I really was hoping you were going to make a sound that we would have to try to replicate. Where
Damn
were
it. Yeah, you're right.
Well, I mean,
missed opportunity.
No missed opportunity. I just got flashed.
when we get to that point, I can just sub out flatulence for the actual sound of
Fart
flatulence.
noise.
Yes.
It's going to be ass.
I would have
let's
just
see.
said fart noise.
Let's see. Plural noun, nipple clamps. Adjective for Gene.
Oh, let's see. Insert moist.
Fucker.
I hate it too, but I think it makes my twin happy.
He's
Moist
got a
things
big
do
smile on his face. And normally does. And last but not least, my plobster. A plural noun, please.
Bad drivers. This is like OU Texas traffic right now. I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
It's the end of spring break, sis.
Oh, fuck me. Yes, it is.
It's what?
The end of spring break.
That explains
Everybody's
a
coming
lot.
Oh, yeah, it is that time of year.
Man, I picked the worst fucking time. Okay.
Ha ha! You could have stayed home and watched Harry Potter, but, whatever.
She could have, but she could have done the last 52 weekends as well.
Good point.
Fair.
All right, so the title of this... go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was supposed to go last Monday, but I couldn't sit in the car that long because of my landing from the cliff dive. So, yeah. I was real sore.
Your ass bruise?
Oh, it was my hip, my ass, my thigh, and all the way down my leg. The entire left side of my body was a gigantic hematoma.
This is why big people are not supposed to be cliff jumping.
What did you call me?
I said big people.
Okay.
I wouldn't call
Okay.
you the F word.
This is accident.
You might as well have. You might as well have.
No,
It's
baby,
okay,
you're
I'm
not
fat.
fat.
It's
You're
fine.
just portly as fuck.
I am
Reading
festively
the
plump, god damn it.
reading the sip libs now.
Right? Before I end up freaking putting my foot deeper in my mouth. All right. So the title of this Sip Libs is Songs to Summon a Ghost.
Oh.
Do you want to stand anal glands to anal glands with a ghost? Then go to a haunted whorehouse, turn off all the boobs, and sing this song.
Okay.
Like
In a
I could turn off
whorehouse, we
boobs.
definitely have the option to stand anal gland to anal gland with anyone, I think.
Yes.
Whatever consenting adults want to do. I don't judge.
All right, so the song is Ghosty, 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 we want to defenestrate you. Come meet Squatch. Please say boo. We're really certifiably fuckable. We don't bite. So come say falafel. It will be a fright. People say you're edible, and we are too. Are you red or blue? We hope you're blue. Well, that actually worked out. Um, can you fuck in the day or only under the moonlight? We have so many shitty questions to ask all night. Ghosty, ghosty, ghosty. That's your cue. Make the nipple clamps flicker out. Give us a clue. Reveal your moist form. No need to hide. We'll be best bad drivers, even though you died.
Aw. Probably from the bad driving.
That was actually oddly coherent for a sip lib.
That was a properly placed moist.
It was.
What a
It
nice
was
pun.
really good.
The only proper place for a moist is shove it up your ass.
Pretty gross. Worked there though, didn't it?
I mean, whatever baby wants.
Well,
Exactly.
Good one.
All right.
That was cool.
So,
oh
it
my
was
god, I
very-
hate my life right now.
We've got 40 minutes until the dogs have to eat. So
Let's go.
All right.
are we ready
All right.
to?
Love you guys.
Be careful.
We'll talk to you in about 45 minutes.
Woo!
All right. Have a good show. Bye.
Peace and hair grease.
Have fun storming the castle.
All right. All right. Are we ready? Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
Yes.
Released on July 7th, 2009. Was directed by David Yates. Released by Warner Brothers. Had a budget of $250 million. Raked in $941.1 million at the box office. Seriously, can somebody just shave off like 1% or 2% of that and just deposit it in my bank account?
Wouldn't that be lovely?
Right. And then the I'll just scroll back and hit it there. Rotten Tomato score for the movie. Would anybody like to wager a guess as to what the tomato meter said about this movie?
94%.
I'm going to go 74%.
And we are right in the middle of both of you. 83%. Yay! And if you haven't seen Half-Blood Prince, one, it's been damn near 20 years. Where the hell have you been? And two, you can find it on HBO Max. So
Yeah,
hit
and
pause,
this is
go
about to
find
have
it.
some spoilers. We're gonna
And-
spoil the whole thing.
Number 3, there's a good chance your name is Amanda.
Absolutely.
This is why I wanted to make sure we shoved her out the damn door before we got to any references, because
She'll forget by the time she gets to
mean-
this movie, so
I mean, at her age, she's going in and out anyway. So
not gonna remember.
I
it.
didn't think about that either. Yeah, I'm like I said earlier, I made the comment that we'll probably get through the rest of this franchise plus the rest of Middle Earth before she even gets to the Half-Blood Prince. So
we might
we're
get
probably
done with
safe.
this franchise, rest of Middle Earth, and War of the Rohirrim before she gets done with this franchise.
That's okay.
Which sucks because I really think if she would just get through Goblet of Fire and Order of the Phoenix, I
mean,
think
she
she
needs
probably
to
would
just get
enjoy
back
the
in.
last 3 movies.
I mean,
don't
she's
know.
already made it through Chamber, so everything else is good after that.
We tried. We've tried.
The only thing we haven't done is duct
There's-
tape her to a chair and make her watch it. Oh, we can tell her there's a hidden Taylor Swift song.
We're gonna watch the Taylor Swift concert
Ah.
live, just for you.
Yeah, it's Harry Potter and whatever Taylor's version.
Oh goodness.
That I think she wouldn't fall. I mean, that woman is psychotic enough to know every little detail about Taylor Swift and her schedule and what she has coming up. That anything attached with Taylor's version, she's like, oh no, I know good and hell well that that's not a Taylor Swift thing.
And if I do that, I will fucking stalk her.
Well, 98% of the world would be considered stalkers if they knew that kind of information about somebody, but
They're just called
not the co-host.
Just called Swifties.
Right? I mean, if you know, like the back of your hand, when and if she and Travis are getting married, it's a little bit crazy. But I digress. So, usually when it comes to Papa Palpatine being here, though, we like to give him the chance to tell everybody what the movie that we are discussing is about. I don't know if he's had time to prep anything. So with all of, I figured you wouldn't be.
Sorry.
So
I
no,
let
that's
everyone
fine.
down.
I'm a little bit disappointed. Not gonna lie. Look
Yeah,
at
I
my
am
face
too.
right
I
now.
didn't even think about it.
Look at my face right now. I'm disappointed in you, my twinja. Are you looking at my face? Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen worse.
right here. Look at this
Look,
eyebrow.
I'm used to disappointment from women. Okay,
Look at this eyebrow. That is disappointment.
that is a very disappointed eyebrow.
Yeah.
But I noticed that your other eyebrow is as apathetic as you normally are, so it's like mixed signals here.
I can't. The other one doesn't. It doesn't. Not as fluid.
All right. So I have a brief little something, I guess, to wet everybody's whistle.
Is this a serious one? Is it a serious one?
It is for me because I'm not going to try and pull off the movie phone
Oh,
voice.
so you wrote this one. Okay.
It
thought you
can't
were
be a
gonna-
serious one. He died at the
I
end of
thought
the
you
last
were going to
movie.
just like find one and read it. But if you wrote one, let's go.
Oh no! I found one.
Oh,
I have no preparation involved.
well, here, I'll just make one up.
Okay.
And it's not going to be in a movie phone voice. It's just going to be in my voice. So this movie is about an orphaned boy who finds a book that helps him get ahead in life a little bit. And he uses it to his advantage wherever he can. but also it helps him to save some people that he really cares about. And then he also almost kills someone, which we're conflicted about, right? Because did he deserve it? Didn't he deserve it? On the other hand, there's also a really spoiled little rich boy who's dragged into something that he low-key doesn't want to do. Still has to, or he might die. And then one of our favorite people has to kill another favorite person, and we all cry. The end.
Yeah, that pretty much sums up the whole entire 2.5 hours of movie. Thank you. Tune in next week.
Right? That's all. You're welcome.
All right. So I have an idea for when next we discuss this franchise, but we're going to deviate a little bit from that plan and just go with, if you guys were to put out of a 1 through 8 ranking on this movie, where would you put it on your top 8 list?
Oh God. I'd probably put it top 5, but maybe near the bottom of the top 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good, but this one is more important for setting up Deathly Hallows than it is its own. It's got its own story. Don't get me wrong, right? And it does a lot of things on its own, but this one's really there to establish Deathly Hallows.
Yes.
So it's in the top 5, I think. But I think I'm going to put it near the bottom of that top 5.
I forgot to also mention that a really old geezerly wizard takes this orphan boy traipsing all around to God knows where, looking for things.
And for once, we don't mean Gandalf and a midget.
No.
Halfling. Sorry.
Oh, it's Michael Gambon.
Can't say the M word. Apparently, you can't say the M word on this show.
You can. We've said worse. I mean, I called Amanda borderline fat.
No. You went right the fuck past that border. You invaded that thing full on 1938 Blitzkrieg.
Oof. That's I would say.
Like, it's a good thing you're 2 time zones away.
Agreed.
She is never gracing this time zone with her presence. She's had the opportunity.
Some diet soda and an apology.
Stop. Let's say.
Oh my God. I feel like if that's a sleeping bear, if I keep poking, eventually she will.
She ain't sleeping, homie.
She's wide awake.
Right.
She's wide awake.
You pissed at the Dragon's Post toasties.
Yeah. Okay, back to this movie.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
With my twinja that it'd be in the top 5, but lower. Maybe number 5.
And I would have to go back and really reconsider about what I would put above it. Deathly Hallows for sure, both parts.
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix. And probably the first one, because the first one had that great sense of wonder, and John Williams.
Yeah.
So I don't know what order I would put them, but I would probably put those 4 ahead of Half-Blood Prince.
I like that.
Yeah.
And I think this is the one, honestly, where they cut the most from the book.
There was a lot. Yeah.
Because this one was more like all the little things that they had to nip and tuck out of the books leading up to this one came to a head in this one, so there's just so much missing.
But they still did a really good job of making
I'm
it
telling the story for sure.
not obvious that all these things were cut out.
Right. And no nearly headless Nick. Come on, man.
Peeves? You don't have Peeves at all.
Right?
So
all key ingredients to the franchise that we've had for 5 movies, and now all of a sudden we're not going to get. Rude.
And Hagrid's in there enough to say that Hagrid's in the movie.
I feel like, again, they did what they had to do to cut it down and condense it and not have stuff left out that really did need to be in there. Like, they kept the majority of the stuff that they really needed to keep in there. So, because if you think about it, like having to go through the flashbacks and all the things that they have to do in this movie, I think they did a great job.
For sure. And they still had a 2.5 hour movie that felt pretty packed, right? There wasn't any filler in there. So, I mean, I understand why they had to cut stuff out. It just feels like that all the things that they cut out of the books before this, leading into this movie, really came to a head because of all the things that you just now can't even think about covering because you took them out previously. I understand why they made most of the choices, because 2.5 hours is a long movie, especially for an air quote kids movie.
Right.
And, a lot of studios think that 3 hour thing is a death knell for a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Evidently not so much, though, after this movie was done, because they invented a concept of let's just split the movie in 2 and make it a part 1 and part 2.
It needed to be done that way.
That was necessary.
It would needed to be done that way.
For sure.
No, I'm not complaining at all, because if they had condensed Deathly Hallows into one movie, you would have had millions of pissed off people, because there's no way you can.
It would have been 3.5 hours of your favorite characters dying, because that's what they would have been able to cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did like this one too, because you get a more not necessarily vulnerable, but you have more sympathy for Malfoy, like towards Malfoy, because
this is
see like the toll that it takes on him to have to be forced to do this, chosen to do this, right? Like it's just eating at him, and it's really sad.
Yeah, to me, this is really the beginning of Draco's redemption arc.
Yeah.
It comes to a beautiful fruition, right, in Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Yeah.
But
we actually just finished watching that because they were doing a Harry Potter-thon, and we were watching it earlier, and I said to Steven, I was like, you just have to feel bad for him. Like that last part at the end of that one, where his mom is like, come, just the look on his face, it's just like, oh, this poor kid has gone through so much shit. And it really, I mean, it started his whole life, obviously, but it really starts to be very noticeable in this movie.
Yeah. And just that one scene where his mother is like, don't make him do this.
Yeah.
You can start to see that she's not fully with this either.
No, not at all. That's why she does the unbreakable vow with Snape, right? Like, I need you to help him. Like, make it so that he's not doing this all on his own. Do what you can to help. And too, like, even Dumbledore and Snape both, they help with that, right?
Right.
So, yeah, it's just that's one of the things I really like about this movie, is that it really does. You do start to see how this wears on him, and how he really doesn't want to be the person that he has been raised to be, basically.
Right, and you kind of saw it a
Well,
little bit
got-
with. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say you've got 5 movies of God, I hate this little fucking brat, and then you get to the beginning of this movie, and it's like all of that slowly starts to fucking unravel with the unbreakable curse and his redemption and all of that.
Yeah.
I love
And
it.
they do that with Snape too. I mean, you've got 7 movies
Oh yeah.
of this guy sucks.
Right.
If you didn't read the books, you have no idea, right? Until the last movie
Yeah.
where you're like, ah.
You know, you kind of get to see a little bit of a redemption for Lucius in the previous movie, right? And so you find out that the Malfoy family isn't as evil as everybody said, and oh crap, there are worse people out there.
Yeah.
You get that double whammy of the whole situation.
I never have had any kind of sympathy for Lucius.
No.
That to me was you made your bed situation. Like you chose this and you put your family in this. Like 0 sympathy for him. Period.
Yeah, but I think he wanted the the advantages and really didn't want to do the work.
Well, it's like rich people, right?
Oh yeah.
I could say who he's like, but we're not going to go down that road.
Nope.
Not going there. Not doing it.
Nope.
So
We're going to stick to Harry Potter and we're going to talk about how also Dumbledore was low-key a shitty person.
I mean,
doing all this stuff and not telling Harry anything other than, oh, here's what we're looking for. Not how to destroy them. Not what to do if you find any of these other ones. Not where to even look for any of these other ones. Keeping the prophecy to himself. Keeping all this shit bottled up inside.
Yeah. By the way, I'm probably dying from all this, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. Also, if you find another something that you could actually, I don't know, wear, put on your hand, don't. It's cursed. Look at my hand. It'll kill ya. Nope. Dumbledore.
Well, I mean, that's why he makes him make the damn promises so that, he can be as selfish and mysterious as he obviously is. Whatever happens, you need to make sure you do this, 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 and this. Do as I say, not as I do.
Well, that was just, you have to make me keep drinking this stuff, right? Like, I'm going to beg you to not. You're still going to have to do it because it's the only way we're going to get this. Yeah. Oh, and it's a fake. So it was all for nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just a mess. It's a mess. All of it.
It's
I
setting
feel like this
the
is where
storm
Rowling started to lose
before...
steam, like hardcore lose steam in the writing of the books.
Yeah. Care to digress?
Yeah.
That was to you. You digressed. You said nothing else. You just stopped talking altogether about how I lost steam in the book.
Me or him?
Him.
No, I finished my statement. I said this is where I think Rowling really began to lose steam in writing of the books. That was a whole statement.
Stayed. I mean, I don't know. Deathly Hallows got those are pretty good.
Yeah, except for her solution to everything is let's kill off a character.
That, let me tell you, because I'm an avid reader, that is what they love to do.
Fair.
They love to kill off anybody. Your favorite character? I don't care. They're gonna die.
Yeah.
let's just look at what's his butt, our little Game of Thrones homie. He's killing off everybody.
Yeah,
they killed
but
off everybody in that. Anyway, I mean, that was just
Yeah.
like a
It's what they
smorgasbord
do.
of who wants to die on this page.
Authors love to just mess with our emotions and keep us guessing on who's going to be next.
Yeah.
Because why else do you have to kill off one of the most beloved little house elves in this series just to make people cry? My phone thought I said Siri. Sorry. I did not. I'm not talking to you.
Oh.
I was more upset at Hedwig, but you know.
That was rough too. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Fucking Deathly Hollows.
Okay, I will say the end of this one, just like the end of Goblet of Fire, will get me every single time. The whole in Goblet of Fire when Cedric's dad's like, "That's my boy." Blah. In this one, when they all lift up the wands for Dumbledore, blah. Just sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even when you know it's coming, it's still sad.
Even when you know the payoff that's coming in the next two sets of set of movies,
Yeah.
it's still, once you get to this moment at the end of Half-Blood Prince, it's still an emotional roller coaster. We'll just leave it at that.
I will say I feel like we get a lot of good comedy from Ron in this one with Lavender and all of that. But then, like, when he gets poisoned with the love spell, and then
Oh yeah, that was great.
he actually gets poisoned, and he's like, "These girls, they're gonna kill me." Just he's got some pretty solid lines and such in this one.
Oh, all she wants to do is snog.
Look at my listener chat.
Said no teenage boy ever in the history of society.
Yeah, he was
I'm
sick of
sorry.
it.
The first time she called me 1-1, I'd be like, "Nope, I'm out."
1-1.
I'm sorry. It can't be that good. It can't be that good.
When Hermione's like, "You dumb bimbo." Oh goodness, it's good stuff.
So much going on in the last couple movies of this franchise. The kids are slowly starting to rapidly reach adulthood and full maturity, I guess.
Yes, I feel like that. Like once Harry experiences his first death, like that catapults him to being like, shit, you know, like shit. I'm grown now. I got to take care of this stuff.
Well, and it's not like it's even like just a death. I mean, it's serious. His godfather.
Right. Yes. And then you've got Cedric. And
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Cedric.
yeah.
Because he's only a freaking Forks, Washington fucking shimmering vampire.
That was big though. Like that was because he was present for that. He was there for that.
Yeah.
And you know, it should not have happened. And like with Dumbledore, I think one of the things that I was kind of bummed out from book to actual movie was that whole scene where, you know, they're up in the astronomy tower, and Harry's he's like, hide. Because in the book, he actually puts him under his invisibility cloak and immobilizes him so that he is not able to react at all. Where here, he's just under the stairs and
he easily could have jumped out and said,
and
"No!"
I mean, I feel like they should have kept to that part of the book because of the seriousness of the matter. Like, he's really just going to stand there, even though Snape walks by and he's like, shh. You know, I don't feel like he would have just stood there. That's not really in his character, and they made it be. So I wish they would have stuck more to the book on that scene, because it really, I don't know. I feel like it was way more emotional too, because he was actually up there, not down below. He was up there, off to the side, seeing everything that was happening and not being able to do anything at all.
It was definitely creative liberties that got taken for dramatic elements.
Yeah.
It still works at the end of the day, but
It does. I mean, it's fine.
it's like you have option A or option B.
Mm-hmm.
You get a little bit of option or column A and a little bit of column B, and you still have a great Chinese food dish.
Yeah.
So,
And that too, you can see. I like that you can see Draco's hesitation, and Dumbledore, you know, letting him know, look, I know this is not you. It's fine. It's good. And then Snape saving the day on that one, I think, is also really good. And, you know, everybody that has not read the books assumes that
shame on you.
That when he says, you know, Severus, please, they had that conversation previously. And he's like, look, I'm dying. You need to kill me when I ask you to. Like, we need to make this happen so that he doesn't have to do it. And yeah, I know you don't want to, but I'm going to need you to. You're putting me out of my misery. You're helping me, right? And then once again, it makes him the bad guy. He's the bad guy in Harry's eyes because Harry has no idea. Yeah.
Well, like Jen said a little while ago, there is stuff that basically sets the table for the ending of the story that obviously did not make the final cut of Half-Blood Prince. So
it is in the memories. I mean, you do get that eventually, but it's I don't know, I feel bad for Snape that, you know, he goes all this time with everybody just thinking he's this huge asshole, and he's really just not. Yeah. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Well, you do have the other side of the coin where you do learn that he's, as a kid, wasn't as much of an asshole as Harry's dad was.
Yeah.
And
all their crew.
All of them were.
Yeah.
You know.
I will say too, they had an opportunity. They did not explain at all how he was the Half-Blood Prince or why he was the Half-Blood Prince.
Right.
And it's just like, oh yes, I'm the Half-Blood Prince. And that's it. Like, cool. Why?
Right?
I mean, yeah,
There's
you
a
kind of
story
get that.
behind that.
You get that impression once you start to get towards the end of this movie. But yeah, literally all you get is I'm the half-blood prince, and it's like, okay, we're expected to accept that.
Right, because
At
if you
least in
didn't
the
read
book,
the
they give
book,
an
there's no explanation. But in the books, it tells you that he's a half breed, basically. Um, Mom was the witch. Is that right? Mom was the witch. Dad was the Muggle.
I don't remember. Sounds right
And
though.
the mom's last name was Prince, so he's a half blood prince. Like the last name, it's literally
Yeah.
a last name. Maybe it was Dad that was the wizard, which is why he was Snape. I don't remember. Anyway, it's because he's a half breed, and the mom's maiden name was Prince.
Either way you look at it, we're going to be delving into all of that as we get into Deathly Hollows 1 and 2
Here's
Not
what I don't get.
coming up.
Not mentioned at all anywhere
So
except for the books.
he gets all the way through Chamber of Secrets, almost dies because of a book that has more information that it needs to have in it, and then he's okay with another one.
Right?
Seriously, Harry, I realize you're the chosen one, but you're fucking dense sometimes, bro. Jesus
This one's
Christ.
helping him, right? It's helping him until he uses that spell against Draco that almost bleeds him out. Like, that's when he's like, oh shit, this book is bad. And really, it's his friends too, right? That kind of are like, dude, you need to get rid of that book because he is too dumb to realize.
Because isn't like Hermione one of the smartest girls in the history of the fucking school?
Probably.
Who knows, like Chris said, Tom Riddle's diary, and now all of a sudden you have this other book that pops up into the world.
Mm-hmm. But that book was one from a class. So I understand how no one was really concerned about it at first.
No. Hold on. They're on year 6 of everything trying to fucking kill them. I wouldn't trust a spoon from that place if I didn't test it my damn self.
Everybody else's books were fine.
Uh-huh.
This is just an old ass book. We're out of the new ones. So take this old ass book. And of course it has to be Harry that gets that one, right? Like,
well, of course. I mean,
fate.
it makes no sense if
one would have gotten it.
One.
Oh, one. Goodness. I do like that you start to see too Hermione kind of coming apart a little bit because of Lavender. She's just like got the jealousy kicking in, and you get to see more of the obvious signs, right? That she's interested, because you pick up on it, of course, but it's very obvious in this one that she's like, ooh, well, piss.
No, there were some great scenes with Hermione showing great range of emotion, and back to Draco. I think this was Tom Felton's best acting in the entire series.
Absolutely, 100%.
That final scene with him in the astronomy tower and the hand shaking while he's pointing the wand at Dumbledore, you could see the emotion in his eyes, the tears streaming down his cheeks, and
I have to kill you or he'll kill me. Like,
but yeah, he still got intense voices in the back of his head screaming at him not to do it, and he's fighting a losing battle.
Yeah. Yeah, even too, like when the vanishing cabinet didn't work, and he's just that emotion from him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he really did such a great job in this movie. I mean, he did a great job in all the movies, but this one for real, like you got to see a deeper level. You're not wrong there.
Yes.
It's good stuff.
So, was there anything about the movie that either of the two of you couldn't stand? Before we get to our
Besides Lavender, who honestly was just playing the role beautifully from the book, as I remember.
Yeah.
But God, that character, I just.
One.
Although having been a teenage male, I'd have done it too. I can't fault either of them. But God, annoying. I mean, beyond how the movie steamrolls through the plot of the book, and again, there was a lot there, right? Choices had to be made, or else this is a 4-hour movie, or they had to split it into 2 parts again. And honestly, what they should have done in hindsight, as opposed to making a movie a book, is they should have just taken the whole story and cut it up into 10 parts.
Yeah.
But at some point, you have to accept the fact that characters are going to get merged, things are going to get removed, things are going to get changed, roles are going to get moved around, whatever. So I get it, but at the same time, this was a movie made for those who had read the book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that my biggest beef is for sure the lack of explanation on why Snape was the Half-Blood Prince. I think that's probably my biggest beef.
Yeah.
With the movie.
Yeah.
Because they had some really good like comedy, like the whole when he takes the liquid luck to go and talk to Hagrid. I feel really good about it, and then
and the bit with the hand motions when he's talking about the fangs.
Yeah.
That is one of my favorite bits of the entire series.
That whole piece of it. So like when he runs into Professor Slughorn, and Slughorn's like, he's like, I'm gonna go to Hagrid's now, and he's like, Harry, and he's like, Professor. Like, well, you're not allowed to be out. And he's like, by all means, come along then. Like, it's just, that whole scene is just hilarious.
Yeah.
That I love it. And I do love too, finally, how Slughorn finally breaks, right? With Harry, he's just like, listen, I need that memory of yours. I need to know what really happened.
Right.
Because this dude killed my family. Help, and you can see that he's conflicted, but he's also a little bit broken that it happened the way that it did because he feels responsible. So I'm glad that, that he did finally break and give up that memory after all the comedy with the spiders or the spider and the pinchers. Yeah.
So, if you were to rate the movie out of 5, what would you give the movie?
I think I would give it 4.25 pinchers. Because you lose me with the Half-Blood Prince piece. Like, it just makes me mad.
What?
That they left it out. That there's no explanation. That it just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Right.
could have
It would
cut out
help
Slughorn's
explain.
first dinner party and thrown in that bit instead.
Yes. Because why did we need that? All so that Draco could gate crash and he could overhear him talking to Snape. You could have thrown that in anywhere.
Yeah.
And there were 2 parties. Unnecessary.
So, do you have an amazingly funny rating system that you would like to go with, Palpatine?
Absolutely. I also am going to give it 4.25, but it 4.25. Voldemort, your mother's a Horcrux.
Okay, that was pretty good.
Wouldn't that have
And-
been an amazing Horcrux? make your dead mom a Horcrux. That would be fucked up.
Oh Lord.
Guys, he didn't do something like that.
Wow.
That's a good one. I like it.
So we'll make it 12.75 because I'm going to go 4.25. Unbreakable Curses because it just feels like the Unbreakable Curse needs to rear its ugly head one last time.
Yeah. Not one last time. We have a couple of them in the next 2 with their
True.
2.
One last time for this particular episode.
Yes. Yes. R.I.P. Dumbledore.
Yes. But before I wrap up the episode, I would like to propose a option to my esteemed guests. When next we return to Hogwarts, do we want to do 2 separate episodes for each part, or do we want to just combine all of the Deathly Hollows into one?
I feel
Nice
like we could
little
combine
discussion.
them. Oh, you don't feel like we could combine those?
There's a lot there to cover. I mean, yeah, we can combine them.
But you
we'll have
can
to do it.
condense
Start
it.
recording and before and you know.
I feel like you could condense it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
With how we discuss these things, like we don't literally go through the movies like we used to.
This is true. This is
We're
true.
just like hitting on spots and then backtracking
This
because
is-
we remembered something we forgot and going forward again.
This is also the same guy who proposed combining Desolation of Smaug and the
Listen,
5 armies together.
No, I'm proposing that because
skip 5 armies altogether. So
there's a couple things we need to cover in 5 armies, but it could be a 3-minute addendum at the end of Desolation of Smaug.
100% agree.
We're not combining that for the sake of combining it. We're combining it because we don't want to fucking do 5 armies.
Yeah. And I think we agreed on that the last time we visited Middle Earth.
Yeah. So, lots of fun. I think we need to not wait so long to do the next one next time.
Y'all are always too busy.
Sorry,
I
I have a
know.
life. And I'm trying to record.
I am what I
episodes in
am, and
advance
that's all
of
that
my
I
show.
am.
Yeah, I'm just saying, don't, like you and Amanda tried to throw it on us. Y'all are so busy. No?
I'm normally free-ish
Not
on the
me.
weekend, during the week. It's weekends that are a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
Well, it's starting to get to be paintball time for you too. I know that. So.
Yeah.
I'm available whenever, guys. So y'all just let me know.
So we will figure it out, and we will be back for Deathly Hollows a way lot sooner than we were this last time. But lots of fun, and I won't wrap up the episode obviously without thanking everybody for being here each and every week. You guys are amazingly awesome, and the fact that our Gene Hackman tribute, 2-part Gene Hackman tribute, did almost 1,000 views between the 2 episodes was a way lot more than I thought we would end up doing. So thank you everybody for everything. Chris, do you have anything coming up on One Paintball that you would like to shamelessly plug?
I absolutely do. I've got an episode coming up with Landon Roney of the Bricktown Bucks talking about outside sponsorship and how to prep for an event. I'm recording this week, and I'll be getting those out. I'll be spacing them out with the reigning women's pro breakout player of the year, Hadley Korsman. I'll be recording with Jake Dixon of Elite Sports talking about tournament promotion coming up soon, as well as John Hubbard of Avid Extreme Sports talking about the evolution of the sport. And then I've got some other stuff in the pipeline talking about different parts of history of the sport. And then once that is all done, I will be doing a roundtable conversation with several of those guys talking about the innovations of our sport throughout the time we've all been playing.
Nice.
And we're busy people. Jesus.
Like I got an episode out last week. I recorded with Landon last week. That'll be coming out. I'm going to be spacing them out, not dropping them all at once. Just trying to get ahead for once. So that's what I've got planned. I think I'm recording 3 episodes this coming week.
I did that at one point.
6 weeks of content.
Yeah.
Buy me some time.
Sweet.
I really wish I would. Well, being back to working 5 days a week makes it a little bit harder to record all that stuff and build up that wealth of, having episodes in the bank ready to go. But not complaining, nor are my bill collectors. So, Gene, do you have anything coming up in your life that you would like to let our amazing listeners know about?
I don't. I'm very boring. I mean, we've got a wedding in October. Our daughter's getting married in October, but that's months and months and months away. We don't really have too much going on in between.
Not months and months. October will be here before you know it.
It is. It is going to be here before we know it, but we're ready. We're prepared.
Oh, and Kasey, I will see you in about 3.5 months. I've got each of those dates.
Whoop, whoop, Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
I am excited for that shit. Pictures or it never
wearing a Thunder shirt.
Do it. Please do it.
I mean, I honestly still have a Thunder shirt in my possession as well.
If we're lucky, I'll be wearing a Thunder NBA Champions shirt.
Ooh, fingers are crossed.
I already told my boss that if the Thunder win the championship, I am taking the day off for the parade. I'm just calling in sick because I'll be at the fucking parade.
Yeah, it'll be a good time for sure.
Who just walked in the room behind you, Gene?
Jack.
Yeah, it's dinner time.
Because it's time to eat.
It is. He's like, it's supper time. Let's go. I know.
Well, then on that note, I will let everybody know next week we will be back with Amanda here for the whole episode, as well as Josh from Toontastic Journeys and our friend Luana, and we will be talking about Chris's favorite subject, good A24 movies, also known as Heretic. And then we'll have some stuff coming up in April as well. Lots of stuff coming up. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Gene. Happy late birthday.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you, Chris, for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Bringing your wealth of knowledge to the subject again. To everybody else, we will see you guys next week. And we hope you guys come back for an evening at the movies. Have a good week, guys.